Hello, 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 how are you all doing? Good to see you on this wonderful Wednesday night. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to NULLA Creek, Whiskey Wednesday. We've got a wee dram sitting over here. It's actually an Australian one, it's our Starwood. So cheers everyone, welcome. Don't mind sipping on that. That was the one we got from the Whiskey Club last month, and this month it's already come around once again. This month's Whiskey Club's already on its way. Should be here tomorrow, so looking forward to getting my hands on that. But welcome along everyone, good to have you all here. Exciting tonight because I've got the remote working and I've had the combine moving under its own power. The batteries, the motors, everything doing almost what it should. So all going to plan. I'm going to show you how that's all working. Where's my phone gone? Because I need my phone to be able to do that. Still sitting in here? I have to find that because that's an integral part of being able to show you how it works. There it is, underneath the other box. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. We'll get into a little bit of work as well. Just me on the server at the moment, so if anyone wants to join, feel free. My mouse out of the way there. As in terms of what we're going to be doing tonight, this field, I've actually finished planting that little section in there. Whoever was doing it last obviously didn't get around to doing that and couldn't quite finish it off. So we finished that off. And we've skipped forward a month, so we've got 4 fields to fertilise, and then seeing how we get on with that, we might come down and mow some grass and pick up some grass and play around with the animals down there. So see how things go. But yeah, nice to see you all. Mike, good to have you here, buddy. Drive safe. We'll catch you properly when you're home. I hope you're good. G'day, Chris. Welcome along. Good to see you, Garrick. Howdy. Happy New Year. Is this your first stream for the year? Garrick, good to see you, mate. Hope you have had a good start to 2025. Hope everything's going 2026. Hope everything is going well for you, mate. See you. George, welcome along. G'day, mate. Aussie Dan, good evening to you. If he's Heath, see you. Welcome along. Hyper, how you doing? You'll give a hand shortly once you go home for dinner. Nice, mate. No rush. No rush. We're just going to be doing our normal, mainly building a combine and doing a little bit of farm work in the background. At least that's the plan. Everything goes as intended. Craig, good to see you, mate. Good evening from a very warm and humid Auckland. It's very hot here too, actually, but it's a bit breezy tonight, which is kind of nice. Who else is here? It has been a while, Heath. It has been a while since I've seen you in a stream, but good to see you, mate. You're doing well. Edsy, good evening. Good to see you as well. Mrs. Prof, welcome along. Have you here? Just modding. G'day, mate. You're at work. Good on you. It's not really work, this is a hobby, isn't it? This is all good fun. So yeah, like I said, we will start building a bit of Lego soon. I'll go through it, I'll give it a little bit of time, let a few more people join, and then I'll show you how it all works. Hopefully from the confines of my desk without anything going haywire, and using my phone remote stream to my computer. We'll see how we go. Fingers crossed it works. Right, let's go and jump up in this Patriot. And we will go and make a start on getting some crops fertilised at least. So that is that's the first part of the job. Go and get that set up. And once we're underway there, then we can take a look at some Lego, get everything going. Now, I did notice, and I hadn't realised this, everyone obviously got fed up with the Finch grain cart we had. We've now got a Hallmaster in there, which is just fine. It's fine, I'm okay with that. Let's go have a look. See what needs to be done. Evening, George. G'day, Mark. How you doing? Good to see you on your way to work. Have a great day at work doing whatever you are doing today. What are you doing today? Am I going? Oh, I just wanted to check. So it's the right hand field. Okay. You know what we might do? I'm going to go down and we're going to do the windy little field first. That's one I can't really do with the Lego. So we'll go down and do this field. Then we'll come back over, I'll show you the combine moving and how it all works, or how it works at the moment, and then we'll jump into this building. I think might be the best plan. I was playing around actually, I think, just double check, I reckon I've solved my controller troubles by fine-tuning the dead zones on the Thrustmaster software. It comes with the controller, so we'll keep an eye on that, see if I have any anomalies driving where it just glitches out and goes on its own. Fingers crossed it's not going to. Now, what are the chances that we can get guidance steering assist to work on this. All of the awkward shapes in this field. Have a look and see what we can come up with. Alright, steering assist 1 headland. Let's let that work its magic and see where we end up. Had PC issues, new PC you bought in November, brand new 5080 died, took 5 weeks to replace it under warranty. Just back on the air 2 days ago, 5 weeks, nothing but your work locked up. Oh no. That's no fun. Well, I'm pleased you're able to get it all done under warranties, but frustrating all the same. I don't want that to be happening. Let's get that button going. See some, there we go, we're ready. Reset, and that's going to hook us up on our correct route. I hope. Right, that's loading. Control detected. My profile. Days. Need to be there. Okay. Sorted. Right. There. Looking good. Looking good. Just got off the phone with the wife, and there was a thunderstorm at home. I saw that they were forecasting some thunderstorms through the central North Island. I had a look earlier because they were showing them in the Ruapehu district, and there was some big heavy looking thunderstorms around Central Plateau, around Mount Ruapehu and across there, and then some inland, sort of inland Gisborne. So I'm not surprised. It's definitely thunderstorm weather. We are sticky down here too. Alright, a bit of fertiliser for the road verge. Let grass grow, so the council has what to do. Press the button again. You go live on TikTok now. Nice, Heath. I hope that's working out for you. It's wild to be on TikTok. Not young and hip enough for that. You're making a small flat roof. Is it a small flat roof, as in it's the roof of a flat, or is it just a flat roof? I was trying to decide what hat to put on today, and I went for the classic farming simulator hat, because tomorrow morning they're doing their state of play. Is that what I've called it? A bit of an update on Farm Sim, so they've I think we're gonna hopefully hear a few announcements. I think, you know, I was looking. What am I folding up for? I was looking. The first DLC last year, I think it was the Nexat pack, came out on the 11th of March. We're currently the 11th of February, so if we were to, if I was to be a betting man, I would say 4 weeks from yesterday might be the first DLC. Or that would make it the 10th of March. Is that right? 28 days in November and February this year, isn't there? It would surprise me if we hear what the first DLC is, possibly tomorrow, because that'll give them a couple of weeks of fact sheets and all of that sort of stuff. Let's see what they have to say. State of the farm, that's the one. Hey FS Cooper, how you doing? Playing FS 22, nice one. Still quite a few people play it, by all accounts. Still a good game. Do you know what I watched today? I don't know if anyone else saw it and follows Wilderness Studio on YouTube, which is formerly Elk Mountain Modding. Obviously responsible for the fantastic Elk Mountain map in FS 22. He went live today for the first time in goodness knows how long, with his Elk River map, which is a 2x map that he's making, and I'm pretty sure he was going to try and get it on Mod Hub for all platforms. And he was streaming on that, and from everything he said, I had a brief chat to him because I was at work and couldn't really watch it. He was saying that it's pretty close to being finished, some fine tuning and testing to be done on it. So I was pretty excited to see CJ back and see that CJ's still been working on Farm Sim. It's cool. Big fan of his work. Great to have that back for FS 25. Just a flat roof. It's in a room I built in a big warehouse. Ah, there you go. Does it make it? Is it a roof if it already has a roof? If it's in a warehouse, then it's already got a roof, doesn't it? So is it a roof or a ceiling? semantic. Can't get any good Aussie mods on FS25 yet, Heath. Yeah, they are a little bit limited. A little bit limited. Some up here. We were talking last week about JFL modding being back in the realms of modding, and hopefully see some of his stuff. I've seen a few of his things floating around. Be great to see some more, because trucks and that were always really good. Hopefully, I was talking to Hawks yesterday, and hopefully his map, his all-times map, is not too far away from being in a final stage of testing and ready to be shared. So, good seeing that. Yeah, FSG will be looking forward to Elk River. Yeah, it definitely had a lot of similarities. I will say some, but quite a few similarities to Elk Mountain. It's cool, but some unique things in that too. It's kind of nice. He's used. I'm guessing this is saved there. That's what's happening. I'm guessing because if he's trying to make it all platforms, this would be a simplicity thing. But he's set up a whole lot of the destructible rocks in a quarry, so you can go on with your rock breaker, break these rocks, and that gives you gravel, which you can then use for stones, and that's what he's using in a wash plant for creating gold. So it's kind of his methodology for doing mining, which I thought was kind of clever. It's kind of cool to use that rock breaking mechanic, potentially be a substitute for not being able to dig properly, but still use excavators and rock breakers and that for mining and console. Where are we going? We'll go that way. Now, is this where I start? Still going to go a little bit. And we'll be there. About 700 Aussie mods for FS 2020 laptop. Really? Was there that many? It's a pretty impressive number. I would never have thought there was that many Aussie themed mods available. Heath? Must have just about every single one that's ever been made with that number of mods. We should be using our section control there instead of blocking the road. But about that. Let's see where we started now. So go and have a look. G'day Axelson, how you doing? See you. Remember how muscled you are? You're a mountain of masculinity. Muscle there, Yoss. Please do go on. I'm sure there's a reason why you're questioning if I remember your physique. You hit the gym for the first time this week. Or gym. What did he do to you? Was it like a blindside? Did he see you coming when you hit him, or? Was it more of a coward punch? Hit him in the back of the head. Pokemon badge. Good on you, mate. That's good. Well done. Further than I have. I had a gym membership once and I used it. I had it for 6 months. I was playing rugby, the club gave me a membership and said go and bulk up. I went 3 times. Not my proudest moment. Alright. Hard to do this without having a visual marker. See where I've been. flying blind a little. Nice, and I know it doesn't, but it'd be nice if the minimap showed you fertilizer states in there, wouldn't it? You can see. Your membership together with your parents forcing each other. There you go. Nice. On you. It's good. Well, we're gonna have that tree. Just about. Oh, well done. Well done. I was very surprised to see Winchester featuring on Farm Sim News yesterday. Once it's been announced on there, then it has to be finished, doesn't it? I've got no excuse now to not get it all completed and released. DJ said it's going to be a thing. I'm going to make it a thing. Gonna head off now. You might come back soon. No worries, Heath. Make sure you've hit a thumbs up on the stream before you go, just in case you don't make it back. Good to see you, mate. Hope TikTok works out. I haven't sent you anything about the map. I don't want to. Make it even more real if it goes on there. Alright, where have I got to? Around that. Should get this section done. Alright, let's plow on. Let's plow on. I feel really low today because my desk chair has decided it's going to give up the ghost. And I've complained about it before, but I actually think it's on its last legs now. Right, you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to turn this off. Turn show lines on. That's probably the only way I can actually do this properly. And I can see where I need to be. Alright. Let's keep going. Do this a little bit. I know that bit's done. Be about it done. Down a row. Now we can take a look at the map. There we go. Okay. Let's do this a little bit up in here. And we'll probably actually be out of fertilizer just about by the time we finish this bit. Come back down and do that. And we'll head over the road and do the other ones. Good morning to you, Briscoe. How you doing, mate? See you. I see DJ picked up on Saxingham 4X as well. And I wonder if he saw it on my Facebook, because I think I shared you a little video about it on my Facebook and then had some stuff about Winchester as well. Find out. Okay. Pretty much done in here. So I've sprayed a bit, that's alright. That's alright. How you doing there, Mark? See you, but hello. Yep, good. Right. It's like a gerrymandered American congressional district. In its shape, are you talking about, Garrick? This is a field that was created out of some of the unformed land, and I don't think there was any trees cut down. It was just plowed around what was there. It's going all right. Shape, yeah. Didn't want to end up getting all political on it. The Alpha Man flew it well enough to work on the map. I mean, that's a given, isn't it? Still sit at a computer. We actually really don't need to go along this one, do we? Off there. This is a good case of section control. You're gonna have to fill up anyhow, so no real benefit to not doing it. Right. Moisture mod's coming along nicely. I know. I'm so excited for that. I've held off having a proper play with it yet, Mark. I don't want to wait for Oz to get it a bit more advanced, but everything he's doing is ticking all the boxes for me. Having such big seasons vibe. So excited for him. Hey Mike, how you doing? Party has arrived. I was going to well, should we go back and look when you dropped your message in here and calculate how quickly you covered 45 miles and see if you arrived here legally or not? Good to see you, mate. Good to have you here. Right. There's a lot of... I think this is going to be my statement and my hot take of things at the moment. I think FS25, as it is right now, is as good or better than FS22 was at the end of its life cycle. Granted, there's probably some mods that haven't come through yet, and that's not the game's fault. That's obviously modders catching up, or not in the game anymore, not on the game in the game. But I do think in terms of playability, it's having a bit of a break over the holidays and whatnot, feeling a lot more excited to play it. Granted, I do enjoy playing it more on stream than sitting down for hours recording episodes, but I feel like it's coming good. That's my hot take. And I forgot to go and fill up. Drove all the way to the other side of the field instead of doing that. Anyhow, okay. It's the right time for partying, Mrs. Brock. I'll party along with you. Party along with you. Alright. Let's go get this filled up. There we go. Hyperpin. So Rex has joined. Hyper's here. I think the main objective would be getting the grass mown. The grass cut down there and getting it all picked up and moved off. So if you guys wanted to start doing that, I'll field's done. So I'm done here. I can come down and lend a hand best I can while trying to build. I honestly feel so low. Time for a new office chair, Alex. Go up in the world. Apologise for your misbehaviour on Saxlingham. Your computer does not seem to like 25. Oh no. I haven't heard of any indiscretions or anything like that, Mike. They've either gone unnoticed or unchecked, or overlooked. I've thought about a secret lab. I was looking at their chairs. Joss. They ain't cheap. I keep on having to... I did the silly thing. I tipped this one upside down and tried to adjust it the other day. It's now gone from going down really slowly. Going down instantly to now going down really slowly, and I kind of don't notice it. I'm Almost on the ground. Yeah, secret. Nice. I heard the office needed some new furniture. Maybe that's it. That's what I do. Gonna do some moaning or mowing? I'm always moaning about something, Mark. But yeah, I think we're gonna go cut some grass. Northern Idaho, Mike. I'll let Mrs. Prof tell you where she is if she wants to. I do know. Right. A cushion to sit on. Hey, my chair's going down. I'm not sure. Now I will know why I hadn't missed you, Garrett, because I hadn't been getting given any crap all the time. Oh, we need to go around that. Okay, let's do that. I don't think you can fertilise a grass field when it's ready to harvest, can you? It's like a crop. Once it's gone orange, you can't fertilise it anymore. You know your role. Excellent, excellent. But what we can probably do, Hyper, is once that grass is mown, maybe get a couple of muck spreaders, and you must have a decent amount of slurry piling up in the cattle pens, the feedlot. Right around this way. Up in here. Good. Done there now. So I reckon just mow it as is, and then we'll give it a good soaking and soak it in some slurry. Right. So I'm quite excited about this next whiskey I've got arriving. It's another sherry cask one. Actually, I'll find you the tasting notes for it. A bit of a description. Make you all jealous. Good evening, Ryan. How you doing, my friend? I've been around that thing. This must be all done in here, surely. Government worker, so you get away with speeding a little bit. It's like saying a police officer is allowed to murder. I don't think it works like that. It's okay if it's a little bit. A little, what, just a little bit of murder or a little bit of speeding? I'm going to head over and find the end of the section I got halfway through doing now. So then I know that's done. Either. Oh, I'm pleased we got that. Pleased we got that straightened out. Avoid any confusion. See my wheel tracks if I go out far enough. Yeah. So let's row right here. You can see how far I got. But there, I think I've probably gone a little bit early. Too far. Not too far, right. Easy part to do now. Easy part left to do. Managed to get your 10-wheeler out of the ditch. How about you? Never put a 10-wheeler in the ditch. Right, I'm going to read. Distracted now. Live from the tractor. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This week is, yeah, yes, I'm over 18. Just. Only just. I am. Here it is. Tamdu 2014 Vintage Sherry. Ask a batch strength. Tamdu is a Speyside distillery. An auburn colour is a nose of apricot pastries, allspice and nutmeg, fig jam with hazelnuts, and on the palate is bright berries and milk chocolate built into a long finish of gingerbread, dried fruit, and waves of chocolate. There we go. We'll be able to report on that one next week, hopefully. All right. What are you doing out in the tractor? Good morning to you, Welsh. How you doing? Pleasure to see you, my friend. It's good. Apart from the rugby score. Normally you'd be doing what I'm doing, but we're disking a new 5.5k lateral irrigation. You put the IRL the other night. I did see you do that. You're out quite late at night, do you do it late at night to avoid sparks and that off rocks? Reduce your fire risk. It's because it's so darn hot. Not a bad sounding drop, is it, Hyper? Bad sounding drop. Gotta admit, no regrets so far with the whiskey club. Not worth it. Good evening, Dr. Fish. How you doing? Lovely to have you here. Hope you're well. All right. So, as I said, we will finish this field off, and then we're going to go over the road and get ready to go into those other fields. But before we do that, I am going to give you a live demonstration of the combine operating in its partially constructed glory, showing off all the fascinating features and how all the controls and everything work. Because I've pretty much got everything working. There's one bit which isn't working, but interestingly enough, because Hox23 is building the same combine, he's a bit further ahead of me. He's got the cab done, but I was chatting to him the other day, and he's got the same issue as me. So the same function on his doesn't work as mine. So I have to key notes to see if it's a design flaw with the original model or whether we've done something wrong. That one out. Can whiskey really taste like all those things? Seemed a long description. Yeah, so you've got obviously the nose, which is how it smells and what notes you can pick up. Different people pick up different things, but they definitely can. I'm the same with wines. When you can taste the different things, I sometimes wonder if you want to taste it when a master brewer or someone, you read some tasting notes. I sometimes wonder when you read it and go, oh yeah, okay, and then you want to taste it or think you taste it because that's what you've read. It's always more fascinating to have a drink or something and then try and describe what you taste rather than what the experts say. What's fascinated me is the art of being a good sommelier, a wine snob, wine expert. So, Tech Guru's here in chat. My PC is an Intel i5 CPU and Intel motherboard, but increasing RAM alone help my PC be able to handle FS25. What's your graphics? What are you using for graphics, Mike? Do you have a graphics card in your computer? Because an i5 on its own should be fine. But it's what you have for your graphics. Like, do you actually have a NVIDIA, like a, I don't know, could be a 2050 or a 3050 or something like that in it? Is going to have more of a bearing on whether your computer can run farms. You get the whiskey cops, yeah. Fun little fact about that, I was talking to FSG, he designed the logo for them. That is his handiwork. Right, there we go. Spraying done in the first field. Fertilizer done in the first field. Let's go and park up, and I am going to this combine moving, hopefully. Hopefully. Did like all the ones from the Aussie club. Don't drink a bottle in a month. Have to be very sick now until I have a lesson house. Yeah, well, that's kind of where I was thinking, because I don't have to. You can opt out of these ones. You don't have to have it every month, which is what I kind of liked. But the first two are sherry cask bottles, and I'm a big fan of sherry cask whiskey. So I'm kind of happy with my selection so far. Right, let's see if I can get this working. Let's see if this is going to work for me. So we're going to go into here, bring up Video Ninja. I go to the back camera. It's going to just tap it the game for a second so I can move that all out of the way without causing any dramas. I'm going to put the whiskey as far away as possible, or else that's going to get bowled over by an errant combine. Okay, that's that done. Let's back some briefly. We go to that one. Hopefully, going well. Let's connect that. Hopefully, there we go. That. Hopefully, you're not getting that twice. I am, but it's alright. I've muted that mic. It's weird. Right, I don't need to hear myself quite that much. So, also backwards. It's reversed. But it's right. Okay, it's reversed on my screen, which is kind of confusing looking at that one. Okay, so let's have a look here. First things first. Lift up this little flap here. And in here somewhere, got these two buttons. So push one of those, hold it down, it starts flashing. And then the corresponding one on here, which is the remote, hold down that one, goes green, and hopefully, yeah, so that light's gone off. Now we can do the bottom one. There, flashing, yep. Then on the remote, just the little other button. That's gone green, and that one's gone solid red. So, see how well I can do this. So, all going to plan, this should go forward when I press the button. There you go. And the other one, just steering. There we are, that's all working. Now, so, let's see if I can do this with everything in picture in one shot. So we're just going to move that way a little bit. So there we go. So this is, this is forward and back. And that's our steering, those ones. Now the buttons on the front, these bumper buttons, do different things. So that one's opening, that's the auger. And this one here is, oops, send. Raising and lowering the header. Alright, and then on the bottom controller, we've got this funky thing here pulls out. And we've got the bumpers on the front. So one of these opens and folds the, there we go, so this is folding the hopper. So you can open and close the hopper. And then the other one, on the other end, I think, raises and lowers the chopping board somewhere. Hard to see in the back there. So that's all working, and then with this one, you pull it out. This pulls out and locks forward. Oops. And you basically leave it. Need to stay sitting in front of there. And that's our feeder house running. So now if I had a header on the front, we could drive forward and combine some crop. So that's it all working. That's everything working on it. Very, very cool. I'm very impressed with it. Quite blown away actually that I managed to get pretty much everything working. Like I said, the only bit that's not working properly is this bit here. These are meant to go back and forth. Gosh, this is weird having my camera around the wrong way on the screen. It goes back and forth when the header's working, but for whatever reason it wasn't going. So there you go. That's my toy. And now my camera's out of focus. So I'm just going to turn everything off in here. So we're nice and sharp. Turn those back off. Leave that there. We can get the instructions and start building. Because I'm now that I've got that far, I'm really keen to get everything working properly. Obviously get the header on and everything like that. So it's cool. I'm pretty excited to finally have that all up and running. Right. Oh, catch up on what you guys were already saying. You got a 5070 Ti mark. Oh, that's what I've been eyeing up. I wouldn't mind getting one of those. It's nice. Is that all you had to upgrade? You didn't have to do anything with motherboard or anything like that? Yeah, RAM's expensive. Ugh. Oh yes, the baby quad-track. You've not seen that, Dr. Fish? It's the farming simulator one. Got it sent over. I showed them off last week. I'm sent over all the way from the States. I got 3 of them. Seeing the cost of shipping was going to be just about worth 1, I was like, I might as well not. Man, divide the shipping between 3 makes it seem more palatable. Or at least that's my math. I'm sticking with it. This is actually call it girl math. Driving a real one would be easier. You're probably right, Yoss. Right, Ron. Very fancy. It is fancy, Yoss. No, I won't be doing anywhere near water with you. Don't harvest in the rain anyhow, Garrick. Be fine. And Welsh is in on me as well. Right, excuse me, I'm just going to stretch for a while. Whiskey. Priorities and all. Yeah, so the graphics card, yeah, like Mrs. Prof says, is probably the root of your problems there, Mike. Obviously appreciate that you're not in a position to be able to replace that, so. Which is frustrating, I know. Already had an 850 watt PSU, good. With a power cable for the card. Oh, nice. Again, you'll work for the government. I've been wanting to get a new microphone. It's been kind of next on my list. Possibly after a graphics card. Alright, so I think, having looked forward a little bit on this, we are smoking into some work on the cab now. Just kind of cool. Get into that. Downside to doing this is it's actually fast, isn't it? I have my wits about me. I don't really want to slow it down because I want to get it done and move on to something else. Oh, 18 of those, crikey. That's shoes and socks off. Yeah, it is, 18. Do I fill every hole? Every hole bar 2 by the looks of things. Second-hand 40x card, there'll be plenty out there. I'll just be mindful of making sure that the 40 series card would be compatible with the motherboard if it's, and the CPU. It'll end up being a bit overkill as well. You want to mic that? Mutes whenever I start talking. Just got to set up the right sound gate on it, and you'll be fine. Do we know when Hox's new map's coming out? I was chatting to him yesterday, Ryan, and he said it's not far away from having something to look at. But obviously no dates or anything like that. Hopefully, they're not too far away. Right, that must be 18, is it? We'll double count them in there just to double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Oh, put them back and I needed 5. And then you just grab one more. %, easy to buy new. Again, that becomes whether you can afford to. I think if I was going to go replace my PC, I'd go get a whole new PC rather than a graphics card. A good graphics card's half the price of the PC. At the moment. Crazy that I've had some PC on watch lists on wish lists on different sites, and you guarantee that within a month they're all out of stock, and probably because the prices on components are shifting so quickly. Just want to be able to play the game. You got to do what you can do, Mike, but based on what you've just said about your graphics card and everything else, a new one was an option. That's where I'd be hedging my bets. Haha. I'm hoping so, Ryan. I'm hoping so. I actually, do you know, I really enjoyed having a look at the at Camille's map, Woodhull. It was fun actually going back and doing a map tour. I haven't done one like that for a wee while, and it was good fun. So might notice a few little shifts with some of the content from me. I might do a few more map tours. I've got a couple I've been eyeing up at. Sort of, you know, they might have been out for a wee while, but just having a fresh eye on them, ones I haven't looked at. Kind of the way I did that that stream where we looked at 7 or 8 different maps and sort of spent 15 minutes on each one. And that was fun. Enjoyed that. You're October 22, you see mine's October 20, so it'll be coming up 6 years this year. Do you know the funny, like, in all honesty, I am running, my PC at work is a 2016. I've had it since I started work at the practice, and it still works, still relevant. I haven't come across anything that I can't do with it yet that's holding me back, including some pretty grunty rendering, so I kind of feel like maybe it's not worth replacing it. The only downside is it's a Windows 10 machine and I can't upgrade it to a better. You should talk to the boss about getting a new one then. You know my feelings about the boss, Mark. Less said the better about him. Right, we missed the instructions on this one because that's meant to be over one further. Oh, that just sits in there loose. It relies on this to hold it in place, does it? And it's one further over there. Okay. It's all working out, hopefully for the best. Oh, we're out. Okay. Oh, so we're going to go fill up. Front camera is still out of focus. This one. This one. Was in reasonable focus, wasn't it? Jumping around a little bit. I think it's because I've cropped it and I'm not sitting centered on it. It might be because I'm going slowly shrinking and shrinking in my seat. Who knows? Right. What have I missed up there? Share, good morning, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome along. James Perry, question on Farming Simulator. How do I buy the land on console when nobody owns it? So I'll show you in just a sec. Should be the same. I can't tell you the keybinds on console. Normally, what you'd have to do there, James, is if you come into the menu and you've got the map one up the top there, go across to farmland, and then you should be able to click with your, use your mouse, your controller to move around. If you click on there, you've got the option to buy whatever farmland you want. So click on the number and buy it. Now in some maps, and this is probably a good example, see the road there, that's not part of a field. Some maps will have a spot that you can buy. So this one's got farmland 132, which is all the way over here. But it can buy all of these unpurchasable sections of land. So some maps will have that. I know some map makers will do it where you can buy the, whatever you want to call it, the municipal land, for want of a better description. But that's probably, I think while I was doing that, that's probably, hopefully that answers what your question is. Helped family set up some new 5060 PCs for their kids and they played 25 at Ultra. Yeah, those are the ones you're testing, eh? We're chatting about those. We all have the same feelings about it. Oh goodness, thanks fellas. Thank you. Like the map you did, sort of not a fan of the fields like that though, but could fix that pretty easy. The lack of driveway to that farm at the end was peculiar. Yeah, so Camille's already fixed that. He sent me a message the other day and then he shared a photo on Facebook and tagged the page in it, and he's put it's a farm track through, but there's now a formed way that you can get right through. I thought it was kind of cool. Kind of nice of him to do that. See Mark, have a good day at work, mate. Might catch you later on. I've thought about replacing mine and then taking this one to, this would be more than adequate for me at work. I've thought about doing it that way. Buying a new one, this becomes my work PC, and then we worry about it another day. Alright, hunting for pieces. Goes through the middle there, and then we've got a 3 there. Smooth 3 there. Still haven't posted my jelly babies. Are you actually gonna post me some, share? That's too kind. Yeah, certainly there's plenty of people. I know Tate's who's been a bit quiet lately. He's a bit of a gun on IT stuff as well. I'm sure there'll be some people who can help you out. Shopgun text return credit while watching the stream. Don't give in to peer pressure, Mike. Only do it if you can. Only do it if you can. Welcome along, Jeremy. How you doing? Good to see you. Loyal. Evening, mate. G'day. Pleasure to have you here. You brought the 164 tractor last week? Nice. I had to get mine bought all the way. You can see it down there. I had to get mine shipped all the way from the States. It arrived in less than a week. I was incredibly impressed with that. I was holding out, expecting, a couple of weeks at least. That was kind of cool. It's a pretty solid looking platform. Like it's going to go anywhere in a hurry. Currently driving a 1-to-1 Case IH tractor. Are you out in the Steiger, Ryan? I saw that was what you shared a photo of the other day, wasn't it? If I look on Discord, Ryan often shares some real farming photos from their big farming operation in Australia. Are you? I can't remember now. Are you over the Victorian border? Are you on the which side of the border? Are you on New South Wales or Victoria? I know you're right up near the border. I can never remember which side of it you are. No, I'm not going to take the chair to work. The accountant might get suspect if I turn up with a new chair and a new PC, right? Fiona, good evening. How you doing? Pleasure to have you here. Alright, we're motoring through this one now. Let's go back to where we were. Fertilising. Alright. Guys over there, they're doing the mowing and grass collecting and that sort of thing over that side. Still got a couple of fields to get sprayed, so I'm going to keep on keeping on doing this. Welcome to the evening fun with Argsy. Yeah, have a look at some options, would be my suggestion. see what there is out there. Because obviously what you can get in the States as well in terms of PC stores and those kind of things is quite a lot different to what's available other places, such as Australia, New Zealand. Right. Those. One of them doohickeys. We'll go find the rest of it. Big girl. An hour north. So you're in New South Wales and an hour north of the Victorian border. Is that right? Hello there, Nina. How you doing? Correct. That still puts you closer to Melbourne than Sydney, isn't it? I always forget how far south New South Wales heads relative to where Sydney is. Alright, we're working up in here. Done that, but getting the pieces for this. I'm good, Nina. Good, thank you. We've had the combine, which is sitting. You can just see the feeder house just up there. We've had that running tonight. I've got it all up and powered up, and batteries charged, and almost everything's working perfectly. So you'll have to later on. If you want to see that in action, you might have to scrub back a little bit in the stream. I love how the profanity filter picks up ass and grass. Alright, there we go. Yeah, 3 hours 40 in Melbourne, 6 to 7 Sydney. Is this a Lego simulator or farming simulator? Whatever simulator you want it to be, Mr. Dex. It's not even proper Lego. This is a brand called Carter, which is a Chinese brand, which basically when Lego's patent expired, there was quite a number of brands and manufacturers who popped up. But this is all based on, there's a guy, Eric Trax, who you might have heard of, yeah, a Lego aficionado, who makes a number of agricultural mocks, and this is one of his creations that Carter has licensed. It's very cool. See my Stream Deck actually, Gizmo. You press magic buttons and you talk. Just like that. Well, if you're talking, what's that on the other side here? You can just make out it's the bottom of the audio mixer on OBS. See you, Yoss. Pleasure to have you here, mate. Take care. You're closer to Melbourne than you are, and you live in Victoria. Near the South Australia border. So, funny story about that, Mr. Dex. I have the big Millennium Falcon, and one of my boys dropped something on it, and I had a few pieces I had to reconstruct, and it's always hard to reconstruct Lego out of sequence and not knowing where they came from in the first place. But I got it 90%, I got it all back together, and then I had 3 pieces left over, which I have no idea where they've come from. I'm going out on a limb and saying they're not super important, but we don't know. But it's still together, so I'm going to go with the not super important side of things. It was a bit of a nightmare, but these things happen. Now does that go there? Let's go there. Just don't think that is right. Let's just concentrate for a second here and have a look. Horrible when you can say floods and fires in the same sentence. Right. You saw me today in Palmerston North, did you? Should have said hi. Why don't you stop and say hi, Nismo? I'm offended now. Mr. Fires, but not directly, thank goodness. Celebrating another trip around the sun this weekend, Cher. Well, happy birthday to you. That's awesome. I'm just skipping forward because, as I suspected, that is meant to be back 1. Which does make sense now that I look at it again, because that means it lines up with the back edge, not the front edge. Go. You were in your truck. Where was I? Where did you see me? I did see a couple of main freight trucks today. Tell me where I was and what I was doing, and then I'll certify you stalker status. See when they made the mistake on the display plaque on the Lego Enterprise twice? No? Yeah. I got all excited because I brought the McLaren Formula 1 car, which was one of the first F1 cars they did recently. And we, the last bit, isn't it? And I got the version which had the Pirelli stickers on the tyres. And then they stopped doing Pirelli stickers on the tyres, and everyone was like, oh my goodness, they kind of had licenses, and that one's going to become valuable, and you know, people are going to want it, and blah blah blah. Because they did a whole lot without the stickers, and now they've come back with the stickers, with the proper Pirelli on it. So I don't think it's the investment I thought it might have been. Not like the Osprey. The Osprey was one that I was really gutted not to get my hands onto. If I had my way, I would spend the GDP of a small country on Lego. I could afford to. Right. Yeah. That's the. That's there. I need to turn off because we're going over pieces we've already done. Fold up now because that should be that field finished. I'm going to head on over to 17. We'll go and fill up on the way past. Are we, are you close to full down there? Goodness. A big one this year, Cher. Don't tell me you're 21. 21. Wow. Years fly by. Happy birthday. Happy 21st, Cher. Honestly, very nice English riff. Fair enough, Mark, fair enough. Yours next week too, Mrs. Trifle. Happy birthday to you both. Must be a joint 21st then, is it? 2 21sts in the same week. Beep, beep, beep. boldly go instead of to boldly go instead of to boldly go. Whoops. Incorrect. They won't post out to people with missing logos. Oh my goodness. And a bit more. Fine details, share. We won't worry about that. Won't worry about that. All right. Let's go get this one done. Lego After Dark in Birmingham. Do tell more. What's that? Is it like an adults Lego thing? Is that a birthday treat share, or what's taking you to that? Right, where am I? I'm down. Don't get distracted, Alex. You're down here. That goes on that spot. What? And we got this one next. Oh, you can't see. Okay, so there we go. Celebrate your 21st on Monday, gone for about the 21st time. Nice. Lots of February birthdays, yes, there is. Cat Cafe, nice. Your friend Brett, who's also a Kiwi. We'll say hello to Kiwi Brett. Kiwi Argsy. Tell him to look after you. And I hope you have a wonderful time. Up there. Up there? I'm saying up, I don't know where it is. Across there? Down there? Have a good time in Birmingham. Oops, that's not meant to be there. Like that. You can already see where this is going to go. This is going to go and sit. Super. That's our platform. That bit of field just doesn't like growing. It's a cold time to have a birthday. Alright, little green pieces, easy to find. Our favourite. No difficulty tracking those suckers down. I like doing things like this where you're adding colour as well. So you know that colours signifying it's getting close to, or lights, getting close to some of the critical parts of the whole thing. Always good fun. Look, the Sea Life Centre, my goodness, you're going to be run off your feet. You are going to be all go. Harvey Nichols store. What's Harvey Nichols? I'm sure I should know, but I don't. So I'll excuse my ignorance. Sounds like a busy day though, Sheer. Definitely sounds like a busy day. Lights. It would not be a fun piece to drop on the floor, being translucent. A little too easy to lose. Alright. Done. Alright. Been reading the BBC are in talks with YouTube about charging people a fee to watch content. They're not happy people in the UK are cancelling. BBC are in talks with YouTube about charging people a fee to watch. Is that to watch BBC content on YouTube? Oh, well, it doesn't surprise me, but it's interesting all the sort of media outlets that are starting to, obviously printed press and that sort of things are pretty obsolete beast at the moment now. Where they're all charging to be able to read the newspaper online effectively, which I guess makes sense, but to then also, because often with those services you end up then having ads in it. I'm like, well, if I've paid to have it, I'd expect it free. I don't know, Ryan, did you end up managing to watch any of the Speedway on the weekend? Any of the teams champs? I managed to catch some of it and was pretty disappointed with the quality of the broadcast. Missing key parts, something had happened and they weren't looking in the right direction. The replay was terrible. For the amount it cost, it was not. I would certainly have not been happy. I was lucky I had a friend who I watched it with, and he'd paid for it. But it's pretty sad, pretty terrible quality. That's why you're staying over. Yeah, cool, very cool. I would have to go through Parliament if the law changed. I'm optimistic this will not be successful. It would be very controversial to include all streaming services. Can elect not to read that online paper if you don't want to play. Yeah, I know. Even if you don't watch BBC content on YouTube, you would have to pay to access any YouTube. Oh, is it any YouTube content? But YouTube as a whole would become a paid. The only way you could watch YouTube is to be paid. And the BBC are championing that because they want to get a cut from it. That'd be the only reason they'd do it, wouldn't they? I'm not going to say you should charge so you can make money. They'd only be doing it to charge if they could make money too. Yeah, if it was all content, then that would become a difficult one. The thing that irks me the most is if you are reading free news sites that have ads and they might have a 10-second video related to the ad, and I don't mind watching a video before an ad, but when it's a 10-second clip to then be throw in a 30-second video or something, it's a bit of a frustrating one. I just about didn't do those. Oh, it's only if they broadcast live. Right. You've always told me about the paid version, Eric. BBC license areas to watch, record any live TV on any broadcast channels. Ah, so it doesn't cover. No, are they trying to say then that YouTube Live is a broadcast channel? Interesting. Yeah, could you imagine? Because your whole UK audience base. Well, the thing that all that's going to do is drive people to use Twitch or Kick or something else, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I mean, there's so many streaming services. I mean, it's just the fact that currently YouTube's the biggest. Right, I've got about 10 different pieces all good to go. So let's start off finishing this side off, which is these clicking up in here. Spin around in that. Yeah. Technically this live stream may qualify. Crazy, eh? And this is old. This is old media not being able to keep up with new media, right? Not keeping up with the changes, or not sticking with the changes and trying to change a service to suit what fits their agenda, not what the masses want. Trying to involve Netflix. Oh goodness. Live read ads. Are they ones that pop up on your screen? I mean, you already pay for Netflix and all those kind of ones are already paid subscription service anyhow, so. Now, watch this space. It'll change again in like a few years' time. And people will find ways around it. Everyone will just VPN, right? Alright, here we go. Oh! Just want to not pop off like that. Fold on like that. Right. A square baler. I don't know what baler we've got. Got a baler somewhere. It's a square one. Yeah, there is a baler somewhere. This one, it's over in the main yard here somewhere. Where it's flashing, but it's over here somewhere. It's like so many things are outdated and they just have not kept up. Okay, now I've got that all in the right place. Yes, 6 of those. In this box. I always wonder how much slower I am building Lego doing it on a live stream. Yeah, could if you wanted to. Have one over there too. It's not like we're short money. Money was never an object on this one. It was just giving people a big farm with big equipment to play with. Let's go fill up. I'm going to end up all the way down the other end of the field otherwise. Let's look here. Halfway through that one. One more to go. VPNs are getting banned under the Online Safety Act here too. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to unplug the internet, right? Just unplug it, get rid of it. It's evil. Let's go back to writing letters and sending facsimiles. In fact, I hear there's a new industry coming for courier pigeons. Oh, brother. Thank you, Ryan. That is incredibly generous of you, mate. 50 Aussie dollars. A star. You don't see ads here. Oh, I'm pleased for that. I don't actually know what my ad settings are. I think I've got them set to manually place. Or like that. It's actually scary, some of the stuff I don't know how much of it's true, but what we read about. Right, where do these lines end? Looks like we're about here. Yeah. You've rebuilt your shack and Fallout as a weapons shed. Reminder, don't go to Cher's place. She has a weapons shed. Alright, we've done those. You're building another house. That's how empires start, Cher. That's how empires start. You're on your way. Outgrew the... Imagine. What did you move for? What did you build a new house for? Outgrew the last one. Oh yeah, what took up all the space? My weapons. Ryan is a generous sausage. That's for sure. Much appreciated. The normal ones, not the crazies. Sometimes you wonder, don't you? There should be the black piece I need, which goes on top of those. Okay. Focus on turning around first. I'll throw those bits on. I don't know why those two Nightbot commands have become synced. I thought I had them set on timers so they were offset. Anyhow. Helping you get through the night. That's much appreciated, mate. You don't have to do it. Oh, I missed that. I haven't even done any of those bits. Goodness gracious. I'll stop talking to you lot. Stop trying to do 3 things at once. Assuming these are going to be some foot pedals, these bits down here. That's going to be where our seat goes. Those are footrests. This will be a more possibly buddy seat maybe? Sure. Oh, you're off to Bathurst tomorrow, aren't you? The 12-hour. I have to see if that's on TV. I wonder if it's being shown anywhere over here. Be good to sit down and watch that into the evening. I see, already answered your question before you'd asked it. It's peak efficiency. That is the 3, isn't it? There it is. She was hiding. Tonight, 6 AM on the road. So are you just going to watch, right? You're not involved in any way, are you? Do you have people you know that are involved, or is it just a post-harvest getaway? A good excuse to sink a few tins and put your feet up. Vulcan launch tomorrow, is there? So there's something just popped up as a reminder from next space flight. For me? Might have been that. Willing to demote yourself and play FS20 to be able to contribute today. Don't do that at all. There's absolutely no need for that, mate. No need at all. Let's tuck it into there. If you can have a fancy little ag tag. What do you think is the most popular or must-have productions in any map? That is a interesting question, Briscoe. I like the maps that, like if you've got a dairy farm on the map, I think there should, and I'm going to go out and say there should be, and then I'm going to say I'm not having any pre-built productions on mine. No, actually I lie, I might have a flour mill, and that's only because there's a historic flour mill in Winchester. But I'd rather actually I think dairy related ones are good because it gives more purpose to dairy cows. But then on the flip side, I'm going to say the grain and those kind of ones seem a little frivolous because farmers aren't going to run grain mills, but farmers aren't going to run dairy factories and produce butter. They're people, they sell their wares. BGA, Team Armix here, feed production must make cake. Okay, I'm going to follow this train of thought. A rock crusher to make lime. But I honestly think I like what you did on Saxingham with just having areas for people to be able to build their own. This makes so much more sense and is much more flexible. If someone wants to do wool and have a tailor shop and make clothes, then they can do that. But if someone wants to have a dairy factory, they can do that. So here we go. I heard a sheep, and it is Mike Taylor. Whoops. Thank you, mate. There you go. There's the fancy AG tag. Welcome to the team, mate. Much appreciated. Thank you for becoming a member. Dairy for you, Fiona. Here we go. Previous life, you used to work with Porsche and AMG Motorsport. After work with Dunlop and the supercars, I know a heap of people working, but I don't work for any teams anymore. Ah, okay. So you're going as a spectator, but you're well enough connected that you'll enjoy some time in the right places. It's one of those events that's becoming more and more popular, right? I think it's struggled for a few years post-COVID and all that, with costs for teams to come down and that, but I think there's a big uptick in GT racing and becoming more accessible and more people doing it, so cool. Meet heaps of people from all over Aussie in your sim racing team. Oh, nice. There you go. Didn't realise it. So do you still do some sim racing? What flavour of sim racing do you do? I don't know if I knew that. I knew you were previously into it, but are you still doing it? Taught yourself to drive a forklift, Mark. Doesn't take too much, does it? They're pretty simple machines. Did you say, I got this? I've driven one at Farm Sim. Let me at it. That way, and that's the a few of your mates have enjoyed the perks that come with walking through the paddock. Butcher or meat option now, it seems to be a bit of a taboo in the world now. Yeah, I agree. Butchery would be great. Although, what's your plan for Sax, the 4X? Are you going to go through Giants and try and get it onto Mod Hub, or are you just going to do it through Itch? Being a 4X map and it's only ever going to be PC, there's no benefit really to going through the official channels, is there? Good old SimCity. Just picked the block up and moved it. Where are you hiding? Son of a gun. In plain sight, as they often do. Supercars and AL, MS, supercars and distance from main world are the biggest contributing factors. Yeah. Bit of sim racing, which time allows Bathurst 12 on iRacing next weekend. Oh, nice. There you go. Few days. G'day there, Blue Bug. How you doing? Welcome along. Good to have you here. Right. That. Do for me in a second, isn't it? That. Oh, are we done? Hooray! All right. You put on notices. It's easy to make updates or changes as needed. Ah, nice. There you go. I think that's probably a sensible decision. So I haven't asked, is Saxingham, instead of doing a... Oh, let's sit on one side. Is that instead of doing a... What were you working on? Was it Woodhill? Which one you would do? Woodside? What was the map? You did have another name for a map, didn't you? Was that a separate map? Ooh, exciting. Oh, I can't wait to see that, Nina. That's exciting. Cool. Yeah, you can't go and miss those milestones. Have fun. Send some photos. Looking forward to seeing it. I appreciate the progress photo you sent the other day too. It's very cool. Woodside. Woodside for life. All going in. Right, that's a monitor. It is. I don't know if I've got a sticker to go on that or not. Look like it. Alright, let's go get this last field done. Goodness me, we've spent 2 hours just fertilising and building Lego and chatting. This one's flying by. Right. Next way is to extend Sacklingham. At some point I want to use a 16x canvas. The thing that's put me off 16x maps is this one because of the 32. And I don't know if it's just this map because of the number of trees or what it is, but not having the ability for anyone to play on it with less than 32 gig of RAM is a bit of a downer on it, really. One time to start. Right, let's see how far we can get around this one without having to touch the steering wheel. Going, which is good. Keep going around. I'm trying to decide whether to get up at 6 in the morning and watch the state of the farm. I was half contemplating doing a live stream and streaming it and chatting about it, but I think that will facilitate too earlier rising in the morning, so we won't be doing that. But definitely be intrigued to see what they have to say. Always fascinating to look up and see yourself in a tree. Wasn't quite what was intended. Struggling G with the 16X. I think I may need a new PC or upgrade. Not sure how upgrading your motherboard is. Having a blast on NULLA Creek, the only thing I wish it had was precision farming. Yeah, I wonder with there is meant to be Thunder has a precision farming mod which is meant to make it compatible with 16X maps, but I haven't tried it on this. I think some people have, and it hasn't seemed to work quite as how it's meant to, so I don't know whether that's an option or not. See, Rex, thanks for the help, mate. Appreciate you jumping in, lending a hand. I was hoping I'd be able to get over and see what you're up to, but this has kept me busy. Couple more big yellow buttons. Let's turn something on and off. Got ourselves a joystick. Sit sideways. Just took a few seconds to figure out how you bypass the safety features. They're there for a reason, Mark. Safety schmafety. Getting in the way of productivity. Alright, there we go, look at that. Getting there. This is taking forever. This feels like it's taken forever. Guarantee I would be much more efficient doing this without trying to drive a tractor at the same time. You don't know Scott about modding, but has anyone thought about bringing a lone oak from 19 back? There has been lots of people who have asked exactly the same question, Mike. Oxygen David and Bullet Bill, who were responsible for the original and conversions, have pretty categorically declined any offers for conversions. And have pretty categorically said they don't want it coming through into updated versions. For much the same reason none of Oxygen David's maps get converted. He kind of takes a view of if a map was in an older version, he wants to bring something new to the game all the time rather than just converting old maps over, which I can kind of understand. I think it's kind of a good idea. But certainly would be a very popular map if it was done. But I can't see it happening. So it's a bit hard to tell actually, but we've actually got two different growth stages on this map at the moment, on this field. I can't find that light grey piece. It's not in there. Not in there. Are those actually light grey or are they dark grey? Maybe they are the dark grey. Don't beep at me again. Not wrong, definitely one of those all-time great maps. I'm a little bit perplexed right at the second. That must be the dark grey. I'm just looking at it wrong. It is the dark grey when I see it there. Okay. Yeah. Hold or pedal, press the button, choose direction, press another button, then press the accelerator and steer. Simple, right? Mark Thor's Dummy's Guide to Operating a Forklift. Mash the buttons until you think you've got it. That is such a good question. Yes, I did. I did mix and mingle. I was creative and tried to build different things, but then they didn't stay that way very long. And I think more often than not, I would build the set, and the set was it. And that was the way it was meant to be. Whereas my boys, oof, I'd make the set once, and then within about an hour it'd be pulled apart and being morphed into something completely different. And the number of times I've sat down and wanted to put all their Lego back in the right places with the right pieces. To the point we now have a massive tub of Lego just floating. Like, I used to have a big tub of Lego that was just sitting around, but definitely not if I could avoid it. Right, now there is a skinny little bit we need to do up here, which is up half of one side and all the rest. How are we doing? Here we go. Oh, so those strips, why has it not done that? Those are the strips that we replanted, so they've only had a first application of fertilizer. And we'll get a bit in here which is blue. It's okay. Press every button to find out what they did. Yep. What did that one do? Whoops. Alright. Let's go and find our next row back. So I think we're going to get through this field, and that's about all we're going to do. I was hoping I could get down and do some grass work tonight. I don't think that's going to work out. What I might actually do, because I'm not looking, is drive all the way to the other side of the field and we'll work our way back. If it's brought as a set, it stays as a set. If it's brought so you can add fair gain to creativity. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, steering wheel. There you go. Another little joystick for the side. Then that pulls down right in front of the footrests. building houses. So we had another kind of building block called Toro, which was more my creative one. It was more of a softer plastic. It was just like a standard 2x4 and 2x2s. And that was all they were. Okay, now end. This must be the back wall of the combine, I think. Back of the cab. So there's a whiskey standing here. We've got a photo mark from when my kids were younger. And Mrs. actually took of all the Lego figurines, all the minifigs, all in pieces. Made some comment about thinking both the boys were psychopaths. What they were doing to these little characters. Hey Scott, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Was it stand on safe? No, it still hurt. Still hurt. I don't think anything's stand on safe. Got little bits poking out of it. Fruit fly buzzing around. We had fruit flies here before, but they've been annoying this year. Alright. Well, thanks everyone for being here. Appreciated you hanging out tonight. It's been a good bit of banter, good chats. Enjoyed every minute of it. It was great to be able to show off the combine running. That was pretty cool. I was pretty excited to have that on the move. It's been a long time coming. We've still got some miles to negotiate yet. This must be all the cab, but there's still 2 sides of panels to do on that before we even get started on building the header and the header trailer. So, but it's progress. Every little bit's progress. That's all I'm aiming for at the moment. Now, how are we looking for? We're 16% on fertilizer. Hopefully, we're going to get to the end, and we're getting right down there on diesel as well, so hopefully we'll get to the end with that. I see my dog body Ryan needs you to be here running around with a fuel truck and a service wagon. Finally got the patch and hotfixes 25 downloaded. So funny after your email, your message today, Scott, about that, and you finally got it done. Tonight's hot patch downloaded first time for me, so even though the last couple I've had all sorts of difficulties with, absolutely none today. So there's no rationale for it. I did put a post in the partner Discord though, Giants, and said, hey, are you guys aware of anyone having issues, or what could be causing these kind of things to be happening, because it's not much fun. Not much fun, and no one enjoys it happening to them. I'm missing a single grey piece. So I'll let you know, I'll report back if I get any feedback from that. I'm not holding out a huge amount of hope. So I can do that one. It's annoying Could it be anywhere else in here? I don't think so. I've spilt it out anywhere. Can only do so much. Fair. Oh, is that us done? It is. It is, like I said, those stripes are going to say a lighter blue because we had to go over. Oops. We've had to go over. So we have made it 4% left, 24% there. Underfloor under the desk. Quite possibly so, Hyper. Or it's the piece I raided from the bag last time, because I remember I was missing a piece at the end of last time and I raided a bag for it. But entirely possible that there is one of those floating around on the floor somewhere. Or on the desk or in the manual, so I'll oops. Happy days. And there was one pushed out today. I think you've probably got it 15.2. Anyhow. Giving up on 25 too. Oh my goodness, stop reading chat and trying to drive. I've done this so well up until now, and now I'm crashing everywhere. That's fair enough, Mike. Fair enough. True. You'd think I would have seen it the second time too, wouldn't you, Garrick? Actually, I feel like a bit laggy, even though what's the server ping like at the moment? Oh, only 50 milliseconds. Fine. Okay. What did I need? I didn't need that. I needed diesel. Back up over here. This yard's a bit messy. It needs a bit of TLC as well. And I'm a handsome man. Third. Come on now, there's only two. Wasn't there? There we go. Get that filled up. I have to do some reconnaissance on that piece. I think. Like I said, that probably gives me a good reason to pause for tonight. I can't see it on there anymore. Oh well, there we go. Right. Thank you everyone. Appreciate you all being here tonight. It was fun. I've enjoyed that. If you've got here a bit late, we did have a look at the combine, which we've got just here. We've had it running, battery up and charged, got the remotes. So jump back into the stream back a little bit as we finish fertilising the first field, and you'll be able to see us getting in and running that through there. So certainly go and have a look and see it all working, and then obviously we're going to work on getting it going properly, getting everything finished off on it and keep on building it. So it's going to be a good time. I'll pick a slurry spreader to buy before you finish. Did I end up putting the Valmont ones in here? Use those. Still one? Yeah, the Valmont Max. Just pick one of those. I don't mind which one it is. Any of those ones in there, Hyper. No. Give the biggest one 36,000 litres, 38,000 litres, 300 horsepower. We got plenty of 300 horsepower tractors, don't we? Yeah, I'll leave you. I'll leave you to surprise me for next time when we get back. Yeah, right. Turn that off. Do a bit of a tidy up. I'll come and do that at some stage. But yeah, there we go. Anyhow, appreciate you all. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's been good having you here. Am I streaming this weekend? Yes, I will be, Mrs. Prof. We'll see how tomorrow night goes. I might, no guarantees, but I do want to carry on the modding stream. So I'll see how I go tomorrow, and there could be a continuation of modding the shed. So if anyone who was interested in that, I might carry on doing that tomorrow. If not, that will certainly be something I want to try and fit into the schedule sometime soon. So yeah, like I said, keep an eye out on the notifications. Good reminder to have your little notification bell tipped if you don't already. But otherwise, yes, I'll be live on Sunday at some stage, possibly joining in at Schweiting Bahnhof on the Realism server that we've got going, because I think there's quite some harvesting to do on that. So I'll have a catch up with the team there and see what there is to do. So yeah, we'll have a look. Otherwise, that's about all there is to do. Enjoy catching up with the state of the farm tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. But yeah, thank you everyone. Have a good rest of your week. Thank you for watching tonight. Big thanks to Mike for becoming a channel member. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. And huge thank you to Ryan for your generosity. That super chat was amazing. Very, very generous of you. So thank you for that. I do appreciate it. But yeah, thank you everyone. Take care. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.